Hey, welcome back. This is the 6th episode of this special 7-part series, the Video Strategists Toolkit series of the Engage Video Marketing Podcast. If we haven't yet met, I'm Ben Amos from Engage Video Marketing, and it's my mission to build confident video strategists. But I hope we've met before, because this is the 6th episode of a 7-part series. So you need to go back, if this is your first episode, and go and listen to the previous 5 episodes as well, because that'll make a lot more sense, trust me here. So welcome back if you've been listening to the rest of this series. And just a reminder that you can watch this series on YouTube as well at engagevideomarketing.com/YouTube, where you can see the visuals, you can see the slides, you can see my face as well, if that's appealing to you. And I look forward to the next episode where we're going to wrap all of this up here on this 7-part series. And then, of course, as we continue on weekly episodes of the Engage Video Marketing Podcast. So, as I said, this is the 6th episode of this 7-part series where we're breaking down the 7 elements that you need to master as a video strategist. And we're going to talk today about metrics. So, let's get into it. So when we're talking about metrics, remembering that when we're looking at the data or the metrics that are available around your video strategy and how you use that data to determine or to advise or consult with your clients on the next logical and best next step with a video strategy, we need to understand that metrics is something that is part of a complete set of 7 elements. Metrics isn't something that you look at alone. In order to understand and look at the right metrics, then you need to have already had that strategic discussion with your clients or developed some strategy around the audience, around the goals, around the content, distribution, optimization, and then we get to the metrics, right? So the metrics is something that, again, is often overlooked for video producers or video marketers because it can be overwhelming. But I want to share with you that it doesn't need to be overwhelming, because even though you open up any one of these video platform metrics tools like YouTube Analytics or Facebook Analytics or any of those analytics type tools, Google Analytics, of course, GA4, don't get me started, any of these tools will give you a lot of data. There's a lot of metrics that you can pay attention to. But what's important is that you pay attention to the metrics that matter. So as a video strategist, it's about aligning the metrics that you pay attention to for any particular piece of video content or stage of a video strategy with the strategy that you've determined is behind that particular piece of content. So, for example, when I talk about the metrics that matter, it's about understanding what was the goal for this particular video as part of a video strategy. So if you're looking at the metrics for a video that was the goal of that video was brand awareness or top of funnel awareness for a brand or a business, then you're going to be paying attention to awareness type metrics like views, like retention, reach, engagement. Those sorts of awareness type metrics is what you're going to pay attention to. You're going to ignore things like click-through rates. Well, maybe not ignore, but pay less attention to metrics like click-through rates or click-to-purchase and things like that. Okay, we can get deeper into this, and I'm not going to in this episode because there's a lot of potential metrics that you can pay attention to. But the critical thing and the mindset to have here as a video strategist is to pay attention to the metrics that matter based on the strategy behind a particular video. So that's an example of top of funnel, right? But if we get down to conversion videos, so videos that are designed and the goal for these videos was to impact on conversions, so these are sales type videos, then again, you're going to probably pay less or put less relevance or attention to metrics like view count or how many people actually saw the video, because that's kind of irrelevant. But what matters is how many people actually clicked to purchase, or how that video impacted conversion rates, or how many click-throughs to a website or to a shopping cart happened, or add to cart and that sort of thing. You might be looking at cost per acquisition as a metric for these conversion type videos. Okay, so we can go deeper into all of this, but again, the critical thing to understand is that when you have a strategy behind a particular stage of video or a particular type of video, then you can make sure that you're paying attention to the right metrics. Now, of course, as you build confidence as a video strategist, you understand what those different metrics are and how to deploy the right measuring tools and analytics tools, and also analyze that data in order to inform the clients into what the next logical and best next step is. Okay, so developing confidence to be able to analyze that data, look at the data, and to allow that to inform your strategy moving forward means that metrics become a, kind of living and breathing part of a video strategy, not just something that you look at the end of a strategy, but you're actually looking at it to inform a strategy moving forward as well. So the role of a video strategist here really becomes that an analyst, that consultant when it comes to the metrics, so that you can provide better value to your clients, but also ensure that future content is set up to be more successful than the past content based on the testing and measuring of the right metrics that you've done through this process as well. So metrics you can go deep and it can get a little bit overwhelming, but when we have some frameworks around understanding the metrics that matter and how to execute that for your clients, it can really make all the difference. And we have those frameworks within the Video Strategist Masterclass. You've been listening to this episode, this series, and you know that you can right now get a discount for $100 on the Video Strategist Masterclass with the code EVM100. But we're going to be wrapping things up in the next episode. That URL, if you're listening and you can't see the screen here on YouTube, is engagevideomarketing.com/VSM. Head there to go and learn more about the Video Strategist Masterclass. But we're going to be wrapping up the final episode of this 7-part series. It's been a fun week and we're nearly there. If you've been listening to me each and every day this week, actually, I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to me, podcast@engagevideomarketing.com, and let me know that you've been listening and enjoying this series. So the Video Strategist Toolkit series will come to a close in the next episode when we talk about production. And the interesting mindset shift here is that production is the final thing that you need to strategically plan for as part of a complete video strategy, not the first thing. Okay, so I'm going to see you guys in the next episode as we wrap up this series, and I'll be back with you real soon.